Introducing Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, family. We are live. Welcome, family, to another show. It is your man BMT in the building. Let my camera a little quicker. Let me fix my camera real quick. 1 second, family. That should be a little bit better for the fam. All right. How we feeling? How we feeling today, man? So we're gonna be talking about this Travis Hunter situation, man. This is gone more than viral. All right. I don't know why people are so enamored by this, I guess, relationship per se. But we're going to talk about it, man, because, in my opinion, I have a difference of opinions, from the masses. I like the young man. I think he's very talented. He's very intelligent, of course. He has great grades. And it just seems to me like, I'm not saying people are necessarily hating on him, but when do we start caring so much about, athletes dating and all that stuff? Like it's just, I understand that it's an interesting dynamic. He has an interesting look to himself. I think that has something to do with it too. But then you have the young lady, who's young and she's cute. She's been kind of going through it herself. People have been doing a hell of background checks on her. And it's just interesting to me that I'm like, why are we so concerned? I mean, athletes have been getting played for a long time. Athletes been getting played. And I get that everybody's trying to kind of warn the young guy not to get married, to get a prenup and all that. But in my opinion, in my humble opinion, family, to me, that's more up to the family, the mom, if his dad is happy to be around. I think that's a family unit thing that they should be more concerned about it since they're all involved with it financially. They have a vested interest for him not to lose half his wealth. So if it's not coming from his family or maybe his mentor, I think Dion even told him about a solid prenup and all that good stuff, then he's going to make his own decision. He's a grown man. He's about to be probably drafted number 1 or number 2, right? He's going to get a decent first rookie contract, Is she going to play him? I mean, the way women are these days, family, I mean, it don't really matter the race, the age, it does not matter no more. Like you can get played, even if you got a good girl from church, you can get played these days. Look what happened to DJ Mustard. He was with his girl for I don't know what, 10-some years. She had a couple of babies by him, and then boom, divorce, child support, all that. So, in my opinion, I mean, he's trying to do. I mean, he's with his high school sweetheart. She's with him before he has the money. He might be all right. In my opinion, he might be all right. Let me see what's going on in the comment section, man. Let me see what's going on in the comments. All right. Salute my man CC in the building. What up, J. Clyde? Okay, you said people aren't hating on him. I don't know why my chat rolling slow today. That's what it is. Somebody said she's not cute. She's straight. She cool. I got a picture of her. People aren't hating on him. Everyone likes him and don't want to see him get screwed over. How do we know he's gonna get screwed over though, Jay Clyde? Are you guys? It seemed like guys are kind of discriminating against the young man because he just has a funny look to himself. I think that's what it is. Because if he was just a regular Smojo, just a average brother with I don't think it would be so much smoke for him. I think they just trying to align the fact that a lot of people might consider Travis. Now I'm not into judging guys' looks and anything like that, but I'm just saying I think that has a dynamic to it too. When they see the dude and they see a cute, because she's cute, in my opinion. I don't like all that damn tattoos, but that's what the young girls do. And another thing, I know a lot of older guys, we're not comfortable with dating women that were strippers or OnlyFans girls. But I'm telling you right now, if a chick under 25 and she's over, if she's a 7 or above, it don't even matter if she's a 7 or above. If she's like a 5 or better, in all likelihood, if you do an image search on Google, you might see an OnlyFans account, even if it's not active. Right? That's like the go-to for girls 18 to 25 is to see if they can do the OnlyFans things, to see if they can make the millions. That's just what it is. It's almost like as popular as brothers playing basketball in high school after school and stuff, that's kind of what the girls are doing now. That's the thing now. It's unfortunate that they're going to expose themselves for the whole world to see for money, but women have always kind of done that. They've always kind of jeopardize their morality. They really have any morality anymore for money and for status and for attention. So she's under 25. Was she a stripper? I mean, a guy did a deep dive on her. I think she tried to do a cease and desist against the guy. I think she tried to sue the guy, but he did a deep dive on her. She used to work at Club Cheetah. She was a dancer, OnlyFans girl. It's Atlanta, man. That's kind of what comes with the territory, unfortunately. These chicks, man, they be growing up with no dads in the house. Moms just let them do whatever they want to do. It's just kind of, them single moms hell, bro. They hell. Shout out to my single moms, but they hell. Shout out to passport. I wouldn't say my man needs a passport just yet, man. Let the man live his life. Let the man live his life, family. All right. What's false, Kevin Rome? Shout out to my man Kevin Rome. He's on the Passport Bros app, always posting daily. Shout out to you, brother. Somebody said, could this be considered another version of pocket watching? Possibly. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a link because when I posted it, guys were like, "Hey, man, I want to discuss." I'm gonna drop a link in a minute. We're gonna do a few videos, but I'm gonna drop a link in a minute. Before we get to the gist of the show, though, I want to address something real quick. BMT is a nice guy. She is. I'm not a nice guy, man. I'm not nice at all. Trust me. All I'm saying is, why are people so concerned about this young man and his little endeavors of dating? I mean, bro, people get played. That's what happens. Women play guys. That's been going on since the dawn of time, before money even got involved. When the dude, caught the most fish and hunted the most, you had women that would manipulate him like she likes him to get some food or get some shelter. It's been going on since the dawn of time. Why are we so invested in this? Listen, any woman would play him. Black woman, white woman, Latino woman, anybody will play him. He's young. He got to go through it. He has to go through it himself. Listen, I understand at his age why it's important to believe in love to a certain degree, because we know after 25, 26, we all know it's BS for the most part. We know what it entails. It's a very risky liability if you choose the wrong woman. In a lot of cases, even if you choose the right woman, she might switch it up on you. It's just so many factors at play, especially in the West, when you don't have the family kind of trying to, the family and the community and a culture where people kind of stay together. That's kind of the culture. It's all about the bag in the West. it's all about the bag. So is she going to play him? More or less, possibly. But that happens all the time. All right. He has to kind of go through it. In my opinion, I believe he has to go through it. I think it'll make him a sharper, stronger man. And that's what it is. She said initially he wasn't her type. All she's older than him. That's a red flag. She has a bunch of red flags. She has a bunch of red flags. I wouldn't call Travis a simp at all. I think he's just a normal young man, personally. But I want to address this real quick, man. You know, I got sent this video with Austin, not to mention, shout out to Austin. And he's in Kenya, and they're asking him, is he a passport bro? Now, I got to uncover the truth about this real quick, because dudes is always, you know, kind of capping to a certain degree. Now, if he did disassociate himself with the passport bros, but it's really like a business. It was a business decision more so than anything, because the truth of the matter, and I'm going to go ahead and play the video.
Would you describe yourself as a passport bro? Bro who has made it in the US, now they're spending money all over the world and spending money on women and all that.
Formerly, I would have, no, not anymore.
Okay, when you were traveling around the world, when you are going to different countries and all that. No, tell us why right now you cannot describe yourself as a passport bro.
No, I'm just Austin Holloman.
Okay.
And I say that so I can be responsible for my own actions.
Okay.
Yeah, being part of a label comes with group responsibility.
Nah, I don't describe myself.
Now, Austin did discuss that with me. I don't know who the other guy. I think the other guy's an actor. I think this guy right here is like an actor or something. I thought I saw him in Fat Albert, the movie. So I think he's an actor. I might have met him in Brazil, but I'm not sure if that's him or not. But yeah, me and Austin had discussed that when he was going through that controversy, you know, the whole Brazil thing and the passport bro thing. But in essence, it's really because Austin wanted passport bros as far as, you know, like, I'm not gonna get too in detail with it, but he kind of wanted it from me, basically. You know, he said, hey man, I'm gonna buy the passport bros from you. And I was like, no, you're not. And then after that, he's been kind of disassociating himself with it. All right. That's the honest to God truth. I mean, it has something else to do with him wanting to be an individual, and Austin Holloman is a brand himself. I understand that. But the truth, the 100% truth, is the fact that he wanted to purchase the passport bros from me. And I was just like, no. So he's been slowly kind of disassociating himself. And he hasn't said anything bad about the passport bros. But that's just, I'm just going to tell the truth because I'm pretty transparent. Now, this other guy, I don't even know who this other guy is. I ain't really concerned about, him being such. Yeah, and like I said, you don't have to claim to be a passport bro. That's cool. That's fine. Oh, she says kid greatness. I don't know who the guy is. I'm sorry. I thought he was an actor. I could swear I saw him on that Fat Albert movie. But also, guys, I just dropped a vlog. All right, I dropped it this evening. I dropped this vlog right here about San Domingo. This is like my last San Domingo vlog video. I'm no longer in the Dominican Republic. It's a good video. If you guys want more information, I know I did a lot of lives in the DR, but here I'm kind of more outside. Like your home base.
This is my home base.
We got some interviews. We did a lot of street interviews. So, brothers just expressing, why they chose to live in the Dominican Republic. I know it's a lot of, guys that feel like the DR is kind of like, a beginner's journey, but I do think it's a good place to live. I do like San Domingo. There are some minuses to living in San Domingo. I think the internet is not the greatest. You got to really do something about that damn internet, DR. I'm sorry. You got to do something about that in San Domingo. I don't understand how the Claro main office, the big ass Claro building, is literally a 10-minute walk away from me, and the internet is just that damn janky. It just goes out daily. That part I don't understand about San Domingo. So that's one of the reasons I'm like, nah, I can't really live, in nowhere where the internet's junky. I know you can get Starlink and get come on, man. You got to put shit on top of your roof and the buildings. It's a whole, the infrastructure can be draining at some point if you're used to you know, certain things. Like if you're used to, you know, drinking tap water or, you know, fast internet, you know, power, hot water, stuff like that, you know, floors that's not lopsided. Like you could be paying a lot of money in some cases, the DR and the infrastructure and the even in Pentini, just the building. Like I don't know if there's no building codes, and I'm not complaining about the DR. I'm just saying that that's one of the things that I was kind of concerned with if I was to live in Santo Domingo. All right. But yeah, I did this, you know, this dope ass vlog here, man. Shout out to my man right here. You know, we did, you know, I skipped through it. DR has a very relaxing atmosphere to itself. That's one thing I would say about it. You know, it would definitely lower your blood pressure. You know, everybody's kind of on slow motion mode down there. So that's the good thing. You can kind of chill, relax, you know. The food is a little expensive. You know, the food is it is an island. So I will say this. I'm not sneak dissing Kid. I don't know who Kid Grace is. I'm not roasting nobody. People say I'm roasting Kid Greatness. I thought he was in the what he to do in the Fat Albert movie?
Everything's happening.
No, the one with the little hair on his head, the little eyeballs and shit. I thought he was a kid. You know, I don't know. I'm not trying to roast nobody. Yeah, this is the little vlog. No, we out there in Boca Chica. Like I say, I always have a love in my heart for the DR, Dominican culture. You know, it's dope. It's dope. All right.
In US for the fuel.
And this brother did a good interview.
This one bottle in US, you can buy 14, 13 US dollars for that.
Live in the DR versus living in America. So definitely, I just dropped the vlog, so just check that out. You know. And this is me at the museum there. Really dope museum called Farrah Cologne. You guys can definitely check that out. Huge. It's Christopher Columbus grave, basically. That's Christopher Columbus grave. He's supposed to be there, right there. So that was also, you know, a good tour right there. All right. I just want to put that out there. So let's go ahead and move on. Somebody said nobody's jealous of Travis. That's just a low IQ argument. I think there is some jealousy there, bro. Because why are so many people concerned about him? I think it's his look. I think it's the way the young brother looks. You know, he got him a somewhat cute female. And people kind of, I'm not saying they're hating on, they're concerned, but why is this? Because athletes have been getting played for men of wealth, right? Men of position, men of status have been getting played by women since the dawn of time. All right. He's young. He'll bounce back, bro. He'll bounce back. You know, he just young and in love. And I think it's okay. I think for a time period when you're young, it's okay to believe in love. A lot of you older guys just know what it is already. You just like, man, don't do it. I get that part too, you know, but sometimes, man, you know, that feeling, that drug of love just overcompensates all logic and reason. You know, I've been in love before. Shit, damn near in love now. So you just got to be, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Also, real quick, before I get to let me make sure I close out my WhatsApp because I got a bad habit. I'm going to drop a link in the channel in a minute. I got a bad habit of showing all my WhatsApp business. Let me make sure. Where's that at? Have you guys been peeping this lately, man? I mean, this might be a passport, but a little bit of a concern. All right. Where's that video at? I'm trying to find this video. It's another video in Barcelona as well, but I'm going to share this one on Facebook. Hold on, get this off here. All right. And this might be because of Trump. I'm not sure. I know when Americans start to congregate in certain communities around the world, the prices happen to go up. That's not necessarily our fault, but people know you have more disposable income, and the locals don't like it. So I saw a video in Barcelona. I'm going to see if I can source that video. This video right here is in Mexico, actually. But they also had a video in Barcelona where they want Americans out. They want Americans out. this might be somewhat of a growing concern, man. As Americans are leaving the states because of inflation, some of the locals don't like it. That we know what's going on out there in Medellin, Colombia. You know. Let me see, where is this at? Hold on. Let me pull this up. And I'm gonna drop a link in like the next few minutes. Don't worry, guys. I know guys got a lot to say about this Travis Hunter shit. Hold on, where is it at? Okay, right here. Let me play this story right quick.
People in Mexico have been complaining because there's been an increased amount of Americans moving to Mexico without documentation. This has been causing inflation in Mexico since Americans usually don't pay any tax, and they pay in US dollars, so prices have been going up. Just in the past 60 days, there's been over 240,000 immigrant apprehensions, and over 7,000 of them have been deported so far. The reason people are fleeing from the US to Mexico is because they can't afford to live in America anymore, and in Mexico, the US dollar has a lot more value and can go a longer way. However, because of this, people in Mexico are also feeling like Americans have been colonizing in a lot of parts of Mexico, and for locals it's been a struggle since businesses have been naturally raising prices in response to this. People in Mexico are saying this is decreasing the quality of life over there, and everyone using pesos now having to pay more to buy anything. But now the president of Mexico is allegedly starting to take action against all the people who are coming over to Mexico illegally, and he's
oh, damn it. The hell? Hold on.
To the US because they're fed up. So recently, people in Mexico have been complaining because there's been an increased amount of Americans moving to Mexico without documentation. This has been causing inflation in Mexico since Americans usually don't pay any tax, and they pay in US dollars, so prices have been going up. Just in the past 60 days, there's been over 240,000 immigrant apprehensions, and over 7,000 of them have been deported so far. The reason people are fleeing from the US to Mexico is because they can't afford to live in America anymore, and in Mexico, the US dollar has a lot more value and can go a longer way. However, because of this, people in Mexico are also feeling like Americans have been colonizing in a lot of parts of Mexico, and for locals it's been a struggle since businesses have been naturally raising prices in response to this. People in Mexico are saying this is decreasing the quality of life over there, and everyone using pesos now having to pay more to buy anything. But now the president of Mexico is allegedly starting to take action against all the people who are coming over to Mexico illegally, and he's deporting people back to America more than any other time in history.
That's crazy. I didn't know Americans were going over to Mexico illegally, honestly speaking. I had no idea. I've never been to Mexico, but that's interesting. And it's been going on in Spain as well. We know it goes on in Colombia. I mean, could this be some pushback from Trump? You know, could it be a little bit of a pushback from him? Or is it the fact that, you know, Airbnbs just don't have any regulation, man? I mean, you got somebody locally that stays in an apartment right next door to you paying half of what you're going to be paying for that Airbnb. That might have something to do with it as well. I know when I went to Colombia last time, I was just shocked by, I'll be honest, you know, I'm not trying to sound racist here, but I was just shocked by the amount of white women that were there. Usually when you see the white girls, it's like you already know, because we just got gentrified in our neighborhoods back in Atlanta. Like, you know, rough neighborhoods. Once you see that white girl jogging, you know, it's a wrap. So when I was in Medellin and I'm hearing English and I'm seeing the snow bunnies walking around, I'm just like, ooh, it's not good. That's not good. They're not gonna like this. They're not gonna like this shit. You know, when them little vegan munchers come into play, it's the dynamics change drastically. No matter where they are, it's, you know, so it ain't necessarily the black people doing the colonization. It's just, you know, you know. So at your wife's house, my man, at your wife's house all day in the building says it's about to get real ugly for people trying to jump into these countries because they don't got their life together in the States, you know. All right. But they come to the US to get REAP benefits. Yes, another thing. That's, you know, what's crazy. As I've been living overseas, I went back to America for a while, and I just see the amount of, I'm not gonna say immigrant. I don't know if they're immigrants or not, but they have accents. You know, they're Latinos, and they, you know, working in the IHOPs, working in the Home Depots. I mean, when I was in Atlanta this time, I was like, damn, there is Asians, Latinos, Africans. I mean, they all over the place, and they're working. And we can't go to their country and work. We got to work online. They talking about taxing us for working online too. So it's like, you know, y'all talk about us, but I'm like, y'all can come to our country and get 9 to 5s and literally take jobs away from us. We can't do that to them. We can't take no jobs from them. All right. So that's a little bit of an interesting dynamic as well. All right, let's see what's going on with this Travis Hunter shit, man. I keep saying Travis Hunter. Hold on. Now, this is his girl. Like, some dude did a real deep dive. I'm not going to play the entire video, but did a real deep dive about all her red flags. She's all right. You know, she's not bad looking. I think she's cute. You know? Let me see. And I'm about to drop a link after this video, by the way, because I know guys want to speak on this.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not. He is perfect in my eyes.
What's up, guys?
All right,
video
so
basically and after another video that came out,
and then finally I answered him, but I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just.
Hey, my man, younger in love, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. He younger than love, brother. It is what it is. Y'all acting like y'all weren't sipping when y'all was young. Y'all went to high school. Y'all was simping too. All right, come on now. At least it's a damn female in this day and age. At least it's a damn female.
Then there was a situation at, you know, the award ceremony for the Heisman Trophy, in which it looked like Deion Sanders is the one who told her to stand up because she was kind of like sitting down and not really, you know, standing up or jumping up to congratulate him.
I mean, come on, that's lightweight. She didn't know, man. She's young. She young. You know, she should have stood up. She should have definitely stood up, but you know, she's young. She's shy. She might be, even though she's a stripper, you know, or was a stripper.
And then obviously most recently was the pop-up shop where people thought she had an attitude and she didn't want to be there.
Let me see who dropped this link. Let me get this off. Hold on. I'm not trolling anybody, bro. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think the young man is smart and intelligent. I think he has to learn. He has to go through it. All right. I'm not going to demonize the young lady because I know things is much different these days. You know, we're not dating women from the 90s and the 80s and early 2000s anymore. These girls have OnlyFans now. They strip now. I mean, this is the social media age. They got TikTok accounts, double accounts. You know, they half-ass naked. In this day and age, it is what it is. You got to adjust to the market. All right, let me go ahead and bring on the panel because maybe I'm tripping. Let me bring on my man. Okay, Roberto. Okay, what's going on, my brother?
Man, everybody knows me as Bitcoin Bobby, but you know,
Bitcoin Bobby in the house.
What's good,
man? What's good, man? I like that shirt you got on, my brother. Travel cheaper than therapy, man. Salute.
Appreciate you. How you been?
I've been good, man. BMT's new name is the BMT, the devil advocate. Hey, they getting on me on the show, man. I mean, what's your opinion? Maybe I'm tripping. I think they're young and in love. I think she genuinely likes the guy personally, in my opinion. They've been together since high school. So what you think?
It's a couple of red flags there. And I don't think no one's hating. I think we're just in a day and age where we're trying to protect young men or put them on some game. You know what I'm saying? Because he's young. Because we all been there. We all been there 18, 19, 20. You know, you got a little fame, you got a little clout. And what you do, you go chasing out that chick that you feel like you couldn't get or couldn't have access to on a regular basis. Kind of like PJ Washington. When PJ Washington got a little fame in college, what do? He go after the Brittany Renners, the chicks that they wanted growing up. So, I mean, plus she's a little bit older than him. But some of the red flags you can point out is when she first try to explain her reasons for the certain situations that happened over the last couple of weeks, like in trying to make herself look good, she made him look bad. For example, when she was like, well, he stayed in my DMs for 2 months. This is what she said, because he wasn't my type. And she tried to explain that he wasn't her type, or she wasn't his type or whatever, because he had a girlfriend and he's a cheater and I don't date cheaters. She said that. Then she turns around and gets with a cheater. That doesn't make sense. So he was a cheater and now you're getting with a cheater, having a relationship with a cheater. That just makes herself look bad and throws his credibility under the bus. Come on now, she's messing up the bag already. So then if he goes to the NFL, which he's going to have tons of women coming after him, what happens if he exercises those options and she going to get mad at him, or she going to get mad at herself for choosing to be with a cheater, man? It's so many red flags there, man. And then I heard something about how they wanted to get married, but in the process of them wanting to get married by the end of this year, she doesn't even want to take his last name. Come on now, man. That was sad. That was sad. You want to get married, but you don't even want to take his last name?
Bro, these women these days, man, these modern girls, they're a different breed, bro. They don't really believe in cementing a man's legacy. It's kind of all about them to a certain degree, and that's just what you got to deal with. Now, these comments, I'm rolling off these comments, Bitcoin Bobby. Shout out to my man Andre Love crossing borders in the building. What's good, my brother? Says he's about to learn faster than Kanye from his pockets. MJ Hines says BMT just wants Travis to crash out and become a passport, bro, so he can get an exclusive interview with Travis. That's my master plan. All right. That's my
It's chestnut checkers, man.
Mike Lowry says, let's not forget BMT did defend the black chick in Thailand. He has not learned his lesson. You know, I believe in grace, my brother. I believe in grace. All right. Somebody said thought alert.
We all go through these hardship lessons, but these type of lessons can cost him millions of dollars, man. So it's every guy usually go through their red pill phase, quote unquote, and get their heart broken or go through some situations, but this can cost him a lot. And we're just trying to put him up on game. Now he's in love. There's nothing wrong with being in love, but you just got to watch how you move. And there's red flags that we're pointing out that she has that it can really cost him. I mean, and she's older than him too. She's like 2 years older than him. So she has a little bit experience on him.
Hold on. How much older is she than him?
2 years older than him.
2
years older than him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually a bad recipe right there. You know, you usually want to be a little older than your girl.
I mean, if he messed with her when he was 17, she was 19. She had a little bit of a montage, quote unquote, stripper background. I don't know if that's true, but when you deal with a woman that's been in that type of lifestyle, they know how to manipulate men, they know how to get money out of men. So she has that little bit more of experience to put game on them, kind of like what Brittany Renner did to PJ Washington, man.
That's facts. That's a major red flag because, you know, strip club, the game, like they get gamed up in the strip club by the men to, you know, get money out of suckers inside strip club and outside strip club. They running games. So that's a red flag too, unfortunately. But don't you think it's more on his, like, don't you think it's kind of embarrassing for this young man to have to he should be focused on football. Like, don't you think it's kind of embarrassing and a lot of pressure on his shoulders? Like, what is he supposed to do? Break up with her? Like, he wants to prove to the world. You know how guys are, like, we have egos. We want to prove to the world that the woman likes us genuinely. Now we know our love comes with conditions, but he's young. He don't really know it. And I'm thinking, like, okay, where's his dad at? Where's his uncle at? Dion already mentioned the prenup to him. So his mentor already told him about the prenup. So what else?
Dion has his own sons to worry about. Okay, he got his own sons to worry about. Okay, number one, when you're yet young and you're so focused on football and trying to perfect your craft, a lot of times you don't get the game or even learn the game of how to deal with women because you're always doing football, you're always doing practicing, you're always traveling. You're just focused on your craft at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you really don't get put on game of how to deal with women in that proper way. And if you're not getting it from your father or your uncles and people like that, then you're SOS, you're shit out of luck. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to learn it on the fly or learn it from getting hurt. And in this case situation, he can learn it from getting hurt and it can cost him millions. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. Now I will agree with that. I will agree with that. You know, but it's still one of them things where it's just like young people gonna always be hard headed. They go, you know,
Yep.
I mean, some of them gonna listen, but this the thing. In that bedroom, you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like she a little older, she putting them tricks off on them. It's his first time. You know, like, come on, we all been there. Listen,
Well, why do you think he's pushing marriage so fast?
I was 18 years old. Thought I was in love with a 23-year-old woman, single mother with like, I think she had like two or three kids, 2 baby daddies, bro. Overweight. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was young and sipping, and I didn't know she was the first woman to do all the bedroom tricks to a young brother.
Well, hold on. Why do you think she's pushing marriage so fast? Because when he get into that league and start being with his older teammates and they put him on a game, he's gonna be around a lot of women, traveling to a lot of different cities, man. And then that competition envy is gonna come out, and she can be like, man, let me get that ring now. Let me get the security now. Let me bag my security now while I can before he really get out there and see how the other options are for him when he becomes the star that he is.
I mean, more than likely the young man is going to get played. It's a high chance that he gets played, but you just never know, you know, because the thing is, what is his options? I mean, because now that he's out there, now that his face is out there, now he's infamous for being, you know, a simp athlete. That just opens the door to more female predators. I'm pretty sure Brittany Reiner's DM'd him. All right, what's the other one name? What's the tall one name? What's the good looking one name that just got kicked out of Buddy House? The quarterback. He used to be the quarterback for the Bills. Drea.
Drea,
right?
She's already locked up with the basketball player dude. She just had his kid like earlier this year.
Man, that shit don't matter. Drea a monster. She a hunter. And this is the thing, man. From my standpoint, I don't even get mad at the females for that. I get more mad at the circle or the family that's around a young man, you know, because I'm just like, bro, how y'all still getting got in 2024? Y'all still getting got by these women like this? She's gonna get you, bro.
But you know what? Let's flip it. It's almost like not a catch-22, but devil's advocate. I mean, did Kobe listen to his parents? No. I mean, when you have ego and you're the man at that age and you're doing your thing, are you gonna really listen to your parents all like that? I mean, Kobe didn't listen to his parents, and he still went out and married Vanessa. And I'm not trying to compare Vanessa.
And he married a good one.
Exactly. So that can actually happen on the opposite end. But a lot of times people gonna make their own mistakes. I know my father did. A lot of people told him not to be with someone, and he did. And situations happen, man. So
I think 90% of these dudes in this chat would do the same thing, at his age. I think they'll be doing the same shit.
At his age, yeah, I can say that. Yeah, at his age, yeah, I can say that.
All right, let me catch the super chat, and I'm gonna bring on another guest on the show. I think it's his first time coming on. Shout out to my man East Coast Kev with the $10 super chat, man. I really appreciate that, my brother. He says, I follow Colorado a lot more than some of you. I occasionally talk to Deion's oldest son. Oh, shout out to you, man. At this point, Travis has to see it for himself. All the content and videos are pointless. He has to see it for himself. Hey, younger than love, man. That's a powerful. Hey, love is probably the most enamoring, damaging drugs ever known to mankind, bro. Like, people say a man is shaped by his losses. I think a man is shaped by his heartbreaks as well.
Of course.
You know, I think how you come out of a financial turbulent time molds you and makes you, because you know you can get it again. So now at that point, if you say you lost some money or you mismanaged, whatever it is, you can build yourself back up. That's one of the great things about being a man. You can put a plan together. You can get your credit back right. You know, just opportunities after opportunities, especially in this day and age. But I think another one, because it's so important to choose the right woman, and that's the blessing of being an older guy. You know what you can deal with. You know what the red flags are. I think those heartbreaks kind of make the man that you are.
It does. It does shape.
And some guys, and I'll be honest with you, Big. I know some guys that never came back from a divorce, bro. I know some guys that never bounced back from a bad baby mama. I know guys like that. I know guys that have turned to alcoholics. I know guys that have just kind of just gave up on life because of women.
I know.
And I promised myself, you know, when I saw what, I'm not going to put my family member out there like that, but when I saw how he chose to kind of just, for some reason, he chose to love the wrong women, in my opinion, and just to drag him down like that, I said, man, I'll never be that guy. I never blame my life on the circumstances of how a woman I chose or to have a child with treats me. Damn all that.
But you know, society doesn't point this out for men a lot. It's a lot of times men take their life because of situations with women. It happened with Robin Williams, the actor. It happened with Jason David Frank, if you know who that is, the old Green Ranger that passed away a couple of years ago. It all had in direct situations dealing with an ex-wife or a woman that he was dealing with. But they don't talk about this in the general public. It's just it is what it is. Ex-wife or
I gotta mute somebody. Okay, I think that's you, Chad the Great. It also happened to that YouTuber, or he wasn't even just a YouTuber, the guy that used to travel around, the older guy used to travel around the world and eat exotic foods, a tall white dude, older cat.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
I forgot his name, man. What's his name, chat? The older white dude. A lot of people didn't know he had committed suicide, but they didn't know the real reason. And it was because of a woman. He had this love affair for like years about this woman and going back and forth. And I'm just like, man, why you take yourself out over a woman, bro? Like God made plenty of them for us. So, you know.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember his name, but the guy used to go around the world eating all the food. Ate with Obama and
right. Anthony Bourdain. I think his name is Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. They did a whole story about him and this love affair he had, this back and forth love affair he had with this younger woman, and he took himself out really because of that, man. I was just like, damn, dude. I know it's hard though. I understand it's hard, but sometimes I believe that it kind of boils down to childhood to a certain degree, because I'm thankful that I got a lot of love from my parental group, my grandparents, my family. Like they put so much love into me. I never went out in the world seeking it from anybody else. You see what I'm saying? And I think a lot of young brothers, unfortunately, they don't have that sometimes. Their dad wasn't around, their mom was, doing what her thing was. And maybe they didn't have the strong grandparents, that I had. But I always knew that the game was treacherous outside. I always knew how women are. And I know how men are too, and people in general. I just know how people are selfish, egotistical, backstabbing, lying motherfuckers. They'll cross you. So I never went out into the world looking for somebody else to validate me or love me. I know women's love come and goes.
Because it's an emotion. Emotion comes and goes.
Yeah, it's an emotion.
And I can understand the brother because he's a young man. He's probably the best looking girl he probably could even think about at his age. At his age, and around his friends, he's probably A1 around his 17-year-old friends, 18-year-old friends. They went to Mississippi together, Jackson State. So she's probably one of the hottest girls around in Jackson State. Now in Colorado, might be a little bit more, but still, she's been around for a couple of years. So I understand where he's coming from. I hope it works out for him. The only thing that we can do, like I say, we can't stop him. He's in love. He's wide open. She got his claws into him deep. The only thing we can hope is that if he don't want to get a prenup, somebody sets up a trust for him that she can't get everything. Just can't get half. If he can put some money in the trust, at least half his money, which he can't get to it, that would be the best. That's probably the only thing we could do. Because otherwise, that's, hopefully it works out. If it works out, he doesn't even need to worry about it. Anything happens. But if it doesn't, he puts some money, protects himself with some of the money in the trust that she can't get to, then it's a win. But like I said, he's wide open. They tried to talk to him. He ain't listening. He's defending her more than she's defending herself. So it is what it is. But I wish the best for him.
That's a good point. Shout out to my man Robert Platinum with the 5 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Says she's already planning her exit strategy 100%. As soon as she has that first child, their relationship is on the clock. That's a good point. What up, Chad the Great?
Not much, man. I was gonna say, I deal with football players on a regular, man. One's in the NFL and NBA, so I can kind of speak to the situation. A lot of times when a lot of these dudes get money, especially young dudes, when they get money in their early 20s, they feel invincible, like they're untouchable. Because I done seen a lot of dudes crash out. I'm not sure if you're not to say like a sports athlete, but you remember like back in like 2016, 17, Justin Bieber got arrested in South Beach, racing Lambos up and down Collins Avenue when he was like 18 years old, drunk as hell. I was there that night that happened. So he's another example of an entertainer that's a millionaire with all that type of money, whatever, and all that access to whatever. You couldn't tell him anything. So a lot of these dudes refuse to listen. And to add to Travis, he's from Florida originally. He moved to Atlanta going into high school. So and then his daddy was in prison. His daddy just got out of prison a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So his daddy really wasn't really around to give him any game. I hope Dion.
He had a stepfather though.
Yeah, but at the same time, stepfather.
Yeah, stepfathers don't really give you the game. Stepfather want to get the hell up out the house. hey, my stepdad was the coldest because I actually introduced my stepdad to my mom. That's how he became my stepdad. So my stepdad was cool, but he didn't really put me on no game per se. I was already in the, Travis is already an adult now.
Yeah,
he's already been shaped. Like some things you got to kind of instill in the kid as they're growing up.
Yeah, so Dion got to help him with the prenup because he just signed an Adidas deal for $1 million plus or whatever. And then once he gets drafted in the first 5 picks coming in this year's draft, that's 30 to 40 million right there. And that's just his first contract.
Oh, that's why I wanted to ask Chad the Great. So what's the max contract that he could possibly get? Because aren't the rookies like limited to a certain degree?
Yeah, but if you're drafted in the first 5 picks, you're getting anywhere between 32 to 40 million dollars.
My God, this man about to get 32 to 40 million dollars.
Yeah. If he gets his 5th year option, he's getting somewhere around 25 million. And then if he's playing fully as a cornerback, by the time he gets paid, he's going to be making somewhere around 30 to 32 million a year. If he's a wide receiver, by the time he gets paid after his 4th year, which is going to be in 2029, he's going to be making somewhere around $40 million a year.
He'll come out as a receiver. That's
a lot of money that needs to be protected. And I think it's just a community, man. Community needs to come and help him. I'm not necessarily.
Do you guys think that this is because she's Latino? Like, would she be having these issues if you're just a normal black girl?
Nah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he still be having these issues.
A lot of these are the same, man. I'm pretty sure
it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with race.
I'm pretty sure you hear Zoe say it all the time. He always says females nowadays, they're more the same than different. Shout out my man Zoe. So race somewhat plays a part, but a lot of these chicks, especially in the West, especially in America, a lot of them act the same, man. A lot of the Spanish chicks, especially her, coming from Atlanta, and she supposedly used to be a bartender / stripper in the clubs in Atlanta or whatever.
You know what? She was a stripper because she couldn't serve alcohol at that age, so she was definitely a stripper. It's a weird law in Atlanta where girls can strip at 18, but they can't serve alcohol at 18.
Yeah, and supposedly
allegedly,
because she's like 2-3 years older than Travis or whatever. She said she started drinking at a young age, so he used to take her to the parties. He used to hang out in a car while she was partying with her friends with a whole bunch of dudes or whatever, and pretty much he was her ride there and ride back because he doesn't drink. He didn't want to go inside and hang out and smoke with anybody.
That's smart on his part, though, man. Shout out to Travis for doing that. That's a good.
I'm saying that's a
good
bad
quality and a good.
That's a 4.0 student.
Y'all like y'all do no little simple stuff. Y'all did some simple shit when y'all was young too, man.
Yeah, but at least I learned.
I'll wait in the car for a couple of hours and read my playbook.
Let me catch this super chat by East Coast Kev, $10 super chat, man. He says, "Oh, and she wants to wed in Tennessee." I did hear about this. Tennessee is the worst place to get married. She wants to wed in Tennessee. Even if he gets a prenup or a postnup in Tennessee, all she has to say is, "I signed it under duress," and the prenup and postnup will be null and void. She got some stripper, some ex stripper, or some old player giving her all this game, man. This stripper game right here. She got the game.
True.
Yeah, like you said, someone is coaching her. Yeah, for sure, somebody coaching her.
Yeah,
and that way, somebody coaching him to protect that money, because that's the only thing that you can do with a guy who's fully in love with this girl. And I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but I hope.
You know what this reminds me of? Hey, BMT, you know what this reminds me of? We were seeing He Got Game, right? Remember the movie He Got Game came out in 98? Mm-hmm. Ray Allen, Lala, and basically the chick had a dude on the back end giving her game about how she should maneuver to get him to go to a certain school, even go to the league so she can get money on the back end for her, so she can be protected. It's just like this, man. It's just like this.
Yeah, when you got this amount of money involved, man, it's just you know, them hunters gonna come out for you in all shapes and all sizes and all
all colors,
forms, basically, all colors. Shout out to my man, Wonderful Travels with a $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate you always showing support. Hope you enjoy San Domingo. By the way, he says somebody get Travis on their passport and a flight to Medellin. He sees the light. You know what's funny, man? I got a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say his name. I got a friend of mine. He probably gonna be pissed when I tell the story, but he loves older women, like older women. I'm just like, so it hit me one day because he's like, man, you don't think she look good, man? This lady's like 70 years old. I'm like, nah, bro. Nah,
what?
I don't think she looks good at all. She's like, I'm like, no, bro. She's like my grandma age, right? So it just hit me one day. I said, hey, brother, did you lose your virginity to an older woman? He was like, yep. He said his grandfather paid for an older woman to take his virginity basically when he was young and stuff like that. All right. So maybe if Travis would have had that, I think Baby did it with Lil Wayne as well. Maybe if he would have got crossed that hump before he fell in love, you know, it might be a different story.
I don't think Travis having a passport is going to save him because he's too green. And if he's too green, he don't need to be in Medellin. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh, bro, hell no. Nah. Well, I don't think he drinks and everything, but nah, man. I've been wondering about that too. Like, at what age do you expose the younger generation? Because I've met guys with their sons in Sosua before. Son be like 22, 23 or something like that. So, you know, I've seen it. But at what age do you really want to expose somebody to this other world? Because it is a whole other world, that passport bro world. It's a whole different world. And you really get to see female nature at its raw core. All right.
I mean, with that kind of money that he has in America and the fame and the status, he has to sue wherever he goes. He just got to select correctly. You understand what I'm saying? He has, those girls are going to come to him. He just has to be, it's about his vetting, selection. He don't have to really go anywhere. With that kind of money and status, they will come to him. I mean,
hey, Jay Clyde makes a good point. I don't mean to interrupt you, brother, but Jay Clyde makes a good point. I never thought about this. Is this the Deion Sanders effect, or is this because Deion is just so popular? It says the prime effect. Maybe it's just because there's just so much popularity around Colorado and Deion Sanders, and is that because, like, why is there so much attention on this? I mean, athletes go through this all the time, bro.
Bro, he's the best player in the country. I mean, have you seen his highlights this year? Like, he's made some amazing plays on both ends of the field. I mean, you haven't had a player to be this special on both sides as a two-sport athlete in a long time. He's one of one. He's that good. He's that good.
I was gonna say I started to get my red pill moment when I was in middle school, man, because I just moved. Coming out of middle school, I just moved.
Damn, middle school. That's sad, brother.
Bro,
shit.
No, because
I didn't get my red pill moment until I was about 30. Shit.
Bro, I started seeing.
I got my red pill money in preschool, nigga.
Because you know, I was in middle school in the early 2000s, man, and that's when the new age of girls started having a full woman body in middle school or whatever, right? Because you know the hormones in the food or whatever. So I started seeing a bunch of girls talking about their boyfriends or whatever, right? And they're talking about their boyfriend already driving this and that and that. You know, we like 13, 14. I'm like, he already driving? How? These girls, so they're talking to dudes in their mid to late 20s, bro, in middle school. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, he believes I'm such and such age, so on and so forth. Like, they're literally lying to these dudes or whatever. Dudes is some dudes was actually coming to pick girls up that are in high school, coming to middle school in their cars, bro. These dudes already had money, so on and so forth already, bro. I started seeing it also in high school. I started seeing it in my early 20s, like real red pill when I started working nightclubs or whatever. I started seeing females leaving a man to choose dudes that got a little bit of bread on them or whatever, whether it be athletes, street dudes, so on and so forth or whatever. Like I started seeing some of like the grimiest, ugly stuff women can do, bro. And I was like, this is a shitty situation, bro. I saw where everything was going before like the whole like travel space started going, and then I started seeing a bunch of guys traveling, and I got hooked on that like Ace and BMT and so on and so forth. And I was like, oh shit, the stuff I've been seeing, pretty much you guys have pretty much put it into display like on YouTube where it actually makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Love Crossing Borders. He says, remember Allen Iverson gave his whole living trust to his wife because he was cheating? Supreme simps. I mean, can't he put the what's the soccer player that put everything in his mom's name, right?
That was last year. Yeah, I remember that. I heard about that story. I forgot his name, but he was dealing with an older woman, and his mom saw that, and like you said, family reaching out to family. His mom put him on the game. Hey, put everything in my name. So then once situations happen, she tried to get money, extract the money from him through court, and everything was in his mother's name, so she couldn't get nothing out of him.
I discovered that's Islamic culture. They don't allow their sons to marry an older woman in Islamic culture because they say when an older woman try to marry a younger man, she has ulterior motives that she know her clock is ticking. So it's not law, but in Islamic culture, the parents only allow their son to marry a younger girl.
You know, in that Middle Eastern culture, a lot of people don't know. They be intermarrying within the same family too sometimes. Like that's a big in India shit like that. Like cousin marriages, you know, because if they have wealth, they want to keep the wealth within that circle. So they'll marry within their own family line.
And they said that Tom Brady did the same thing. Tom Brady.
What happened?
Tom Brady was supposed to give his wife all the money. I mean, not his wife, his mother, Tom Brady. That's supposed to be he did the same thing.
But Tom Brady got divorced too, right? He's divorced too, right?
Yeah.
But I think his wife had more money than him, if I'm not mistaken.
She did have more money than him, but he did give his money to his mother so that she couldn't get, because she was coming after his money too. You know, you women coming after everything, and he gave all his she wasn't able to get his money because he had put it in his mother's name, and that's here in the United States. So that's the same thing that Travis could do. He could actually put the money in his mother's name, but he got to make sure his mother's going to give him money back, because we also have that problem with giving money to somebody and not getting your money back from that person.
I was going to say, BMT, that's not new. It's only in like the last 100 years where broke women have been able to marry rich men. Because back in the days, even in Africa, Asia, in North Native American tribes in Europe, the whenever a family comes from money, or they're like in power, whether it be in government or a king or queen or so on and so forth or whatever, they had to marry somebody who was also wealthy. It was a business transaction where families had to meet, come together and exchange something. It's only in like the last 100 years where broke women can upgrade and marry somebody rich. Like for the last 100 years, you had to stay. It's pretty much classism. You had to stay in your class. If you were born poor, you had to stay poor. So a lot of these chicks nowadays, especially through social media, they wouldn't have been able to meet none of these dudes. So if these chicks were beautiful and born poor, you have to be beautiful and poor.
That's one of the main reasons people stay married in these other countries as well, because in America, hypergamy is just rampant. Like women know they can find some sucker, no matter what type of female, no type of crazy past she has. She knows she can find some simp sucker with a little bag and she can get it from you. You see what happened with Tyrese. Tyrese knew better, but Tyrese still bleed in love, and she's still trying to get him for even more money. She took all the Transformer money and shit. You know, it's like, damn.
Yes. So what's some solutions that we can offer the young boy Travis?
I was going to ask, what would you guys, if you guys were in a position of mentorship, what would you tell him that he hasn't already heard?
Gotta
Because whatever you tell him, she can undo. She undoes it. Come on, you see this guy, man. Come on, man. Like he's doing.
I will tell you, the only thing that he can do is get a prenup. If she doesn't, he doesn't believe in the prenup because Deion Sanders told him about getting a prenup. Then he has to see if he can put some of that money in the trust, and a well-protected trust. And then the third thing is, like I say, give the money to the
this stage.
mother.
It's a wrap. When
Yeah,
you got the draws on. It's a wrap.
Yeah, he's hooked. She hooked him.
Bitcoin. Bobby, what would you tell him?
It's at this day and age, man. Because I have a younger brother, same age, like 21 years old, and a lot of times you can put him on game. You can tell him what's what. Give him guidance, but a lot of times the best lessons are learned when you go through the fire. The best lessons are learned when you go through the pain. Sometimes you can tell them that the stove is hot. They won't know until they actually touch it. And it takes getting touched to learn your lesson. So as much as we can give him solutions, as much as we can guide him, he's going to have to make his own mistakes. Just hopefully the mistakes is not costly. Hopefully he's trying to protect himself. He's getting people in his ear like, hey, get a prenup, get a postnup. Make sure you're protected. Make sure your assets are protected along the way because, shout out to Coach Greg Adams, men are in love, women are in business. So you have to protect yourself, man. So,
man, women are in love too, man. They be in love too. It's just how long. That's the problem.
Well, the thing is, women are loyal to their emotions and they're loyal to their survival. So if you can manipulate their emotions and protect them from a provision standpoint, they're going to be in love with you. But once that goes, like you said, it's an emotion. Once the emotion goes, it's all about business, man. It's all about business. So my solution is just try to protect yourself. There's nothing wrong with being in love, but just protect yourself along the way because you got to know that you're an invaluable asset. I think he met her at a time when they were like at the same level, but he's going to a higher level and he's not realizing that, you know what I'm saying? So he has to realize he has to protect himself. I mean, for her to stay relevant, she has to be attached to. The only reason why we know who she is because she's with him. You know what I'm saying? So for her to stay relevant, that's why they're doing all these TikTok videos, doing these couples things on YouTube. So she's trying to make a name off herself by making a name off of him. That's how she's getting the clout. That's how she's becoming famous.
Yeah, she's famous now. She can do OnlyFans. She don't even. I mean, she about to get him. Chad the Great. What would you tell him?
To be honest, man, I'm gonna say Deion got to grab him by the ear, or if not, he got to get burned, man. Because I learned the hard way from being burned. Because I used to play football in high school and I was a walk-on in college, but I mean, I wasn't nothing special like him or whatever. But he just got to get burned, man. I got burned. I think, not saying I caught anything, but I'm saying I got burned by a female my first time when I was like 19 or 20. And that shook me, man. Like I was like, I never want to experience that feeling, man. It's kind of like somebody stick you up, pretty much, and you don't forget that.
Probably couldn't eat. Probably losing weight.
Yeah, bro. I hate to admit this, but when it happened to me, man, I actually called my ex when she burnt me, bro, and she almost had me crying on the phone, bro. So he got to get burned, man, and then I don't know, man. Like it's kind of hard to get to him because, like I was saying, when you making that type of money, because he got paid from NIL, right? 2 years in Colorado, so he done already accumulated close to $10 million, bro. It's and he's only 21. It's kind of hard to tell a 21-year-old $10 million what he can and can't do because. Like, for instance, one of my homies or whatever, he's retired now. They used to play in the league, the NBA. He been running through chicks his whole life, bro, like nonstop. A chick never told him no. He's actually from Atlanta too. He finally retired or whatever, right? He was gonna settle down with this chick or whatever. He'd been messing with for a while. She came to him. She's like, "Oh, I'm pregnant" or whatever. He's like, "Cool." End up buying her a condo and a car in Atlanta, so on and so forth or whatever, right? End up having a baby, naming the baby after him. Next thing you know, the baby started growing up. Like this is like year 2, whatever. And his mom comes to him and is like, "Yo, the baby don't look like you. Get a DNA test." He's like, nah, I don't believe that. She wouldn't do that to me. His mom was like, "Get a DNA test." 2.5, 3 years. The baby's 2.5, 3 years. He's like, "Yeah, it's kind of looking weird, bro. The baby don't look like me or whatever, right?" He ended up getting a DNA test. It wasn't his, bro. Dude was in his condo crying for literally 2 to 3 months, bro. He didn't want to leave the condo, bro.
Let me ask you one thing. Did he sign the papers saying that that's his son? Because in some states, if you sign the paper, even though it's not your kid by biology, you will have to pay child support to that thing that kid is 18 years old, even though it's not yours biologically.
He has a lawyer dealing with it right now, bro. He had his baby in Atlanta.
He's probably done. He's done. Once you sign those papers in some certain states, it's a wrap. You're tied to that kid.
He got money, bro. When he got money, a lot of things are different for you, bro. So he got his lawyers working on it. I'm not sure if the case is resolved yet, but he got burned bad, and he ended up taking the condo, taking the car back, man, because he's like, "Yo,
that's the thing. He got money, but he's still spending money. You gotta understand. That's still money wasted.
Yeah, I get it.
That's time wasted. That's money wasted. That's energy wasted.
I get it. He said he'd rather just pay a little bit of bread up front right now, so he don't got to pay all this money on the back end to take care of a kid that's not his, bro.
That's the real tricking right there, baby. That's the real tricking right there.
He's lost something else. What I would tell Travis Hunter, man, I would tell him, I say, man, take your time. I would suggest that he hold off on marriage for a while. Give it a few more years. Let the money come through first. And just make sure you protect your assets. I mean, she's going to unravel whatever we say to her anyway, because she's in the bedroom with him. But that would be my suggestion to him. At the same time, I probably just sit back and let him live his life. If he was my son, I'd sit back as well, let him live his life and say, "Hey, son, let's just invest in this business over here." And I'll be focused on the business, trying to flip and, build something with the young man. So when she does get him, he got a little fallback money. So that's what I would do personally.
Also, I look at it like this. They need to get a PR team, because what's in this modern day age, you have so many women that want to have couples goals or have that power couple type of dynamic. And you kind of miss the old traditional Black women or women like Savannah James, where they just stood home and just took care of the kids and held down the home. Nowadays, these women, they want to be famous just like their man. They want to get clout off their man. So they want to be
Aisha Curry.
But I think she calmed down a little bit. She popped out two extra kids, 3 extra kids. So I think she's chilling now. But a lot of women, they don't want to go to Savannah James route.
Is she pregnant? Somebody said she's pregnant already.
No, she just had a baby. She just had a baby like 2-3 months ago.
No, I'm talking about Travis Hunter's girlfriend.
No, she's not pregnant. But they just want the fame just as much,
It's pretty much like Kevin Samuels always saying, bro. Like, if you're really in a relationship, it's not a partnership. A woman can contribute to the relationship, but it's not a partnership, because if somebody breaks into the house or there's something expensive that's got to be paid for, or something got to be repaired or whatever, a woman ain't volunteering for it, so it's not a partnership.
Right. All right, they have selective responsibilities. I swear, they want to be independent until it come to pay the mortgage. It's time to pay the mortgage. So it is what it is, man. Well, guys, that's been a pretty good show. It's been a solid show. I try to keep it under an hour, man. Oh, my boy Mick, hold on. Mick, I'll drop a link for you if you want to pull up, bro. Give me a second. I was about to close out the show. Somebody said she's ready. I don't think she's pregnant, Felipe. Mick, if you want to pop on, I just dropped the link. I know you have something to say on this as well.
I mean, we don't think she is, but we never know. We don't know what's going on in their relationship. That could be one of the reasons why they're trying to push to get married now. With I think they said they want to get married around the time he gets drafted. So if
Somebody
she
said
wants to get,
April 2025, they about to
yeah,
get
if she
married.
wants to get married, that she probably wants to get married before she have the kid. So that's probably could be the real push to get married that fast. I mean, they have been together for what, 5 years?
Hey, man. That's a lot of pressure that young man is on. He's super smart, super athletic, man, talented. I just wish the young man the best, man. I know that's a lot of pressure. You know, he see all his businesses out there. You know, he just won the Heisman.
But hold on. You got to put some responsibility. They're the reason why their business is out there. They do a lot of these couples videos, these TikTok videos. So they're the reason why their business is out there.
You're right. What up, Machiavelli?
What up?
What's going on? What you got to say about my man Travis Hunter? What's good, player? Somebody said he gang goofy though. I mean, who ain't gang goofy at what 21, 22?
I gotta run. I'll check that later.
All right, peace out, Chatty Great. What up, Mick?
You know, I would just want to say the advice just to add on to what brother was saying about the PR thing. At this point, my advice: him and his girl need to unplug from social media for a moment, man. And just because that social media is like the mob, and it's a no-win situation with social media. And you know, social media can be very fickle. And then right now, you know, it's so bad. You know, we got people from the other community, they chiming in now on this whole situation. So my advice for Trav and his girl, for right now, they just need to chill out, unplug for social media, let their shit, you know, business die down because, you know, they public with it. You know, maybe, you know, 4 or 5 months, let it chill, man, and then resurface it, you know. Because right now, social media is eating them up. You know? Even to the point where, you know, Uncle Luke stepped in and gave his 2 cents in, you know, and he weighed in on it, you know.
What Uncle Luke say?
Uncle Luke was like, look, his point, his opinion was like, she's not a gold digger. She's just doing, you know, what women normally do, you know. You know, that's what the gist of what I got from he was saying, you know. But yeah, that's you know, that would be my advice to, you know, Trav, like, you know, he's already caught in the sauce. So, you know, it's pretty much the same thing everybody else is saying, you know, he's gonna have to earn his stripes and ride through this. But hey, you know, what man hasn't done it? You know, it's just that through social media, it's gonna be public for everybody, you know. You know, the fires, you know, we went through. Hell, it was behind closed doors, or you know, it was just amongst, you know, the friends. But
facts.
It's a shame that he has to go through this public, and you know, his nose is wide open. You know,
the crazy part is he's he's the good kid. That's the crazy part, man. I mean, he's a good dude, man. I just wish him the best. I mean, once he found out his girl was stripping and OnlyFans accounts, I probably would have let her go. I would at least put the relationship on hold. I would say, yeah, we still together, but I just need you to stay out the limelight for a while. Like I got to do this on my own. That's what I would suggest it for him. You know,
but I think that's allegedly though. Is it actually real that she's had those type of things in her past?
Oh, for sure. Man, a dude did a deep dive. He found her, you know, Cheetah account and all that at Club Cheetah in Atlanta. I mean, she was out there. She had an OnlyFans account. I mean, it's, you know.
When you look at the videos he posts, dude is happy. You know? I mean, dude is happy. He got that glow, like, you know, he's
I mean, he's top of the world. He just won the Heisman. He did Adidas deal. In his mind, he's winning. You know, I think she has to realize that she's in a new world now. Like the things that she did before, she's in a limelight now. Like you're with Travis Hunter. He's a Heisman winner. That's a specific club. So everything she does will reflect on him. So when she's at an Adidas event and she's women gonna leave, right, that affects him. So she did that? She did that. Yeah. She got to be media trained. This is where you need a good PR person. You need to take that money and invest into some stuff to help her be more media trained, how she can talk to media, all these things, man. This is a business now. His life is a business. You can't do the same things no more. The limelight is on you 24/7.
That's amazing, man. We just in a brand new day. We in a brand new day.
Just listen to her. I can see how young she is mentally. Like, man, they're young, bro, and they getting all this attention.
Travis Hunter's girlfriend exposed as a stripper. I told you the OnlyFans. They found the footage. They got her. She
That's
out
what
there.
I'm saying. Yeah. And you know what's crazy is this.
Damn.
Oh, it's all over, bro. It's all over the place.
Man, and that's another conversation. When these young athletes, they get money, they make bad choices in women, man.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at I mean, you know how we are as men. We're very visual. You go from either not dating a woman at all or dating a woman that's, you know, not super attractive, maybe on your base level, but then you have some type of talent, you play ball or something, and that's when they start coming. You know, as soon as they figure out you going D, as soon as they figure out you going D1, they coming. They coming.
And these are bras you just don't even come in contact with too. These are like top tier bras. Like, yeah, you just don't run into them at the mall or the grocery store, you know. But once you get that money, they coming.
Women marry into the lifestyle, man. They marry into the lifestyle, and America is the most hypergamous country on the planet. So, like my man Chad the Great was mentioning, like in other countries, most countries, they don't even have a chance to marry a man with wealth. The family won't allow it. But in America, you know, there's no rules. You know, a chick from a trailer park can marry a dude with a little bag and take it from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, that's what's happening, especially with black athletes. They literally marry women from the trailer park.
Yeah, it's more of a class system in other countries. You know.
Yeah. Well, Mick, what would you suggest if you was his mentor or his uncle? What would you tell him at this point right now?
It's been mentioned before. Get that prenup, because that prenup, how good they developed that prenup, it would definitely purge out what type of woman she is. If you got a good prenup,
she got some game on her side because she wants to get married in Tennessee where they can throw the prenup out.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, I'm telling you, that prenup will reveal what type of woman you dealing with. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or he just has to protect. I would say protect his assets.
And how old is he, Bitcoin Bobby?
He's 21.
20. See, I'm saying, oof, shit.
And he trying to get married.
Yeah,
man, come on, man, come on. There should be a law against some dumb shit like that these days. Like, bro, don't get married to you at least minimum 25. Minimum 25.
We can all remember when we were 21, bro. We were just, man.
He hasn't been exposed. Like, he hasn't had that. I don't know. He's in college, so he should have been exposed by now sexually. So I don't even understand why he should be trying to just knock him down right now.
No,
he's a good kid. He don't want to do that. He don't want to do that. He wants to stay focused.
I think brother
and have his girl.
It's like when you have those athletes like that, you know, they so tied into their craft, they don't have a lot of dating experience. You know? So it's like, you know, regular athletes, you know, or regular dudes, you know, they chasing women. He was chasing the ball.
Yeah, they so focused on their craft early on that they don't learn how women operate. They don't learn female nature. Don't learn none of that stuff. As you can see, that's why he's dating and getting with a 23-year-old stripper that was 2 years older than him. You know what I'm saying? He never vetted her. He just said she looked good and she puts it on him, makes him happy. That's all you need, man. And it's a wrap.
I just hope there's somebody in his camp that he trusts, that he could listen to, that could protect him.
Well, the thing about it is, if she's that close to him, he's going to probably trust her more than he trusts the other people that are in his camp.
That's the scary part.
They live together. They actually live together.
Yeah. They've been living together for quite some time. But I just hope Dion got his ears somewhat. You know,
Dion told me that he's going to have an ironclad prenup, though. He told him that. He said, man, yeah, we're going to do your prenup.
I mean, you know, you gotta have. I mean, you know, these athletes gotta have some kind of mentor, especially when they're about to go to the league. You know,
but that's the opposite end on that is that a lot of times well, the game could be sold, not told. People don't want to buy the game, but more importantly, you can have people trying to give you mentorship, but are the athletes really going to listen? You know, are the athletes really going to listen? They got that ego. They're on top of the world. They feel like they can't be touched most of the time. I mean, any regular person feel that way.
You know what, Bitcoin Bobby, what I recognize just in my personal relationships with guys who have money, have the wealth and everything, a lot of times they have all their stuff together, but when it comes to a woman, they have what I call they have low female IQ, right? They have very low female IQ. I mean, I know guys that they got it bad later on in life, you know, and they got married, they paying a woman a monthly salary and everything, and I'm sitting here like, man, you can't buy love, brother. I know what you're trying to do. I see you trying to, I see what you're trying to do, but you can't tell them nothing. Like you said, you can't tell a cat anything that make over $500,000 a year.
Facts.
Because for some reason in his eyes, he felt like he's more attractive than when he didn't make the $500,000 a year. No, you're still the same person, bro.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, man, and women take advantage of that. Women take advantage of guys who are a little bit naive when it comes to female nature.
Yeah, just like your girl, what Brittany Renner did to our boy.
Yeah. I mean, the female manipulation tactics should be studied. Real talk, like it's brilliant. It's brilliant. That manipulation, And the thing is, if you're a man dealing with a woman, if you just simply take sex out the equation, you'll really see if it's worth it. If the relationship is really worth it. If you still like being around her, then maybe that's the one for you. But in general, most cases, men just are enamored by the bedroom game.
Facts.
See us older brothers, we've been around the block a few times, so it's like they ain't gonna work on us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They ain't gonna work on us. If we get a bag, we're gonna be like, the hell with you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking this bag. I'm gone. Shit. But a young guy like that, man, it's he gotta learn for himself, man. That's all it is.
He do.
He's a smart guy, very athletic, very talented. I'm proud of him, man. I hope he does well. I hope he has a great career. Everything. This is just a little minor hump. Hey, he might get burnt. He might not. That's on him and his family. It is what it is, man. I just hope the brother stay focused. Don't let this drag him down too much. Make you mention him staying off of social media. I think that would help tremendously.
Yeah.
Bitcoin Bobby, you said he needs a better PR person. I think that's worth it. But the thing about marketing from a business standpoint, believe it or not, all publicity is good publicity. So this could probably help drive up sales or something for him, for his jerseys, for his sneakers or whatnot. Maybe they're behind this as well, because like I say, marketing wise, it's a good thing for them to keep his name out there, whether it be positive or negative. But hopefully, it's his heart, so hopefully he protects it.
Well, now that her business is out there about her having a strip club pass, how would that affect his marketing chances? How would that affect his endorsement chances? That's another thing. Like, it could already be costing him another bag. You know what I'm saying? If this guy is a 4.0 good guy and everything, and they trying to put that out to the public, it's gonna be hard to do that when you're parading around with a stripper or a former stripper, because that's gonna be attached to you.
How much do you think this happens to be about his look? No pause, no Diddy, but is it because he has a certain look to himself to why people are just so on this? Because a lot of people calling him, attractive. So why is it that it's other athletes in this same draft that are going through the exact same thing? Why are they not putting so much pressure on the other athletes probably getting
because he's a fucking star. He is that good. He is that. I've watched a lot of his games. He is that. He's been number one since high school. He was supposed to go to Florida State, Deion's alma mater. Deion recruited him out of Florida State to come to him at Jacksonville State. Like, he was
right. He was one of the first athletes, the kids to go to a smaller school because of Deion.
Yeah, he went to small school for Deion. Yep. I mean, he's been that good. That's why people are enamored with it. It has nothing to do with his looks. Because if we all know, if a guy's successful, if he's successful enough, got clout enough, looks ain't gonna really matter most of the time. He's going to attract women over time because of who he is and who his status is.
That's true. That's very true. Well, guys, once again, great stream, great show, man. Till next time, family.
Peace,
We out.
man.
Peace. All right.
Your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.